Alrighty, guys. So we are at our next booth, and that would be Gravity Group, and we have Michael Graham. We've interviewed him many, many a times before. It is good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
And how is this year's IAAPA going for you guys so far?
It's going very well. We've had a lot of traffic, a lot of good meetings, many that were scheduled and many that were nicely not scheduled. And so, we're really slammed right now. We've got our works, or the current project load right now is we're doing another ride in China. We're also doing Leviathan and SeaWorld Gulf or Gold Coast in Australia. And you've seen a little bit of the concept art on that. I've seen some more, particularly when it comes to the train. It's going to be awesome.
We know your trains are also awesome as far as like theming and stuff like that. This one right here, what is this one like?
This is our theme for some type of aquatic theme of a ride. So it's kind of a boat, it's kind of a pirate ship, it's kind of whatever you want to make it. We kind of think of this as a canvas. We had all kinds of ideas about Krakens coming out and the Jolly Roger flying on the side panels, but we want to kind of have as a little bit of a canvas for parks to kind of start with the idea. Typically, we've done all kinds of other different variety of transportation. We've had planes, trains, and automobiles, and now we need to add a ship or some type of seafaring device. So this is our foray into that. Had a lot of fun details with that, and here we are.
We've always liked the Timberliner designs, whether it's just the restraints coming in and being very ergonomic for pretty much anybody. I mean, young kids all the way to old, and all sorts of different body frames and sizes. And one thing that's always stood out to me, like what you said, is the front cars, they can be fully customizable. So you could have a ship, you could have a plane like what we saw at Kentucky Kingdom. So we did Kentucky Flyer this past year. Fantastic roller coaster. I'm not joking when I say it has moments of airtime that are very unexpected, but very enjoyable. Can you tell me a little bit about that project and what it kind of meant for you guys as the company?
It was really enjoyable. Ed Hart was looking for something that was between his roller skater and his wooden coaster Thunder Run. There was just nothing for those kids to ride. And he and his team went to Quasi and rode Wooden Warrior. And some of the guys on his team, they're like, "Hey Ed, this is the ride. Like, you really need to consider this." So, we have a product that's far more maintainable than the traditional wood coaster, because that was a lot of the fear. He's like, "I don't want another wood coaster that's high maintenance." And so after talking with all the different people that we have our installations at, they're like, "Oh yeah, this will work for us." And so, our smaller rides, we don't like the idea of a family ride. Typically is defined as kind of a lame, meandering kind of ride. We're like, no, we take the train because of the restraints holding that 40-inch kid and the large adults, and we throw them out of your seat because that's what the kids really want. I don't see many adults throwing other people up, but I see the adults throwing their kids in the air. It sounds a little violent, doesn't it? But everybody does it, and the kids love it. The family rides are not for the kids. The family rides are for the adults who think that the kids don't want it. So, yeah.
I can honestly say when we did Kentucky Flyer this past year, the height of it does not look ominous. It does not look dangerous or the world's tallest thing and whatnot. But when you hop on it, the way that the ride goes over some of the hills, I had ejector airtime. And this is supposed to be a kids or a family-style ride. And I was with some of the other enthusiasts and media groups and whatnot, and all of us had our same look on our face like, what did we just ride? And that was very unexpected, and I think it was something that really kind of holds a special place for Kentucky Kingdom. Of course, we have some other stuff to talk about in regards to what Gravity Group does. I see a test dummy over here and a whole bunch of other stuff. Do you mind if we go talk about that?
So, over the last few years, or I should say since we've been doing roller coasters back at Custom Coasters even, we've been buying our mechanical products, the lift motor, the lift chain, the lift or the booster motors, the brakes in particular, from a company called Customizable that's here in Cincinnati, or not here, but back at home in Cincinnati. And through a number of different conversations and whatnot, we're teaming up with them and also offering some of the stuff that we offer just over the phone, and creating an online portal for anybody to go purchase those items for their coaster. So rollercoasterparts.com, we launched yesterday. And so Costasur It's hard to pronounce. I just mispronounced it there, and I've been saying it for years. But so that's actually part of the logo too. We wanted to kind of add a little bit of phonetics because everybody wants to say Coastersaurus or Coaster this.
That's what I first saw when I saw it. But I got to say, it's kind of neat that you guys now have a website that any park that has one of your products or just needs products in general, like a test dummy. If you want to have safety and reliability and whatnot, you can just go again onto the website and order stuff. So you're making it very easy for parks and consumers to get to your products now instead of just who do I call, who do I contact. Now it's easy to get to.
Yeah, it's been very frustrating in the industry. It's all phone calls and POs, and it's like, no, this is 2019, guys. So yeah, the water dummies, it's an inflatable water dummy. It folds up into a small sleeping size bag, and so or like sleeping bag size, I should say. Yeah, it's like an inflatable thing. And so like for instance, when we were testing Park St. Paul, we said, hey Brian, you're going over, right? And so we filled him up with a duffel bag of dummies, and so 8 dummies later, he's on a plane, and so and they're actually pretty aggressively priced too. So we had a lot of issues with the plastic dummies for both just the volume that you need and managing. They're heavy empty, and heavy. They're extremely heavy full, but these are lightweight empty and lightweight full. But the plastic dummies destroy cushions. So there's a lot of, like almost every manufacturer, they have to replace cushions after they do their initial testing. And so this is something that's soft on the surface because it's filled with water and it's flexible. So it's just a fantastic product.
That was what I was going to point on just a little bit when it comes to flexibility. All right, so I'm not knocking the other manufacturers; they're just those plastic dummies. But they don't really move that much. You see them kind of shuffling around like this. This almost acts like a human body would. So if the G-forces are a little higher up in the top end, you'll see it kind of almost lean over in a sense. So it's literally giving a dummy life per se. I think it's kind of neat. Again, some fantastic products here, Michael. Is there anything else you want to really tell us about Gravity Group going forward or just how you guys are doing?
We're looking for 2022 projects. 2021 is going to be an extremely busy year for us. So yeah, right now we're talking about people for doing 2022 stuff. So it's a good thing to have.
Again, thank you guys for watching this, and thank you, Michael, for speaking with us. Beautiful ship, beautiful products here at Gravity Group. Come check them out, guys. So here's a little bit of the braking that we were talking about, the Cincinnati Brake Company. Hi! But yes, this is more like a holding brake per se. So they have it where it's friction brake per se, but this is when the trains are in the station or need to be held for a quick second. It kind of comes in and holds it there. Now the material itself is very durable from what I was told. It almost feels like wood, but very thick, sturdy and whatnot. And those will actually outlast the pads. The physical pads or the rail that's underneath the train, apparently they're very, very durable. But we can see one of the brakes here. Again, it's in the closed position. When air pressure is applied to it, that's when it opens up. But we can see again, Cincinnati Brake Co. Coaster Swing.